Hi everybody, welcome back to the cockpit. I've stuck to my promise, and I said that I would come down and make a video soon, and I'm here back at the flight deck. Not with any major updates as such, but I just thought I'd show you a few things and just talk about a few things that that are going on. So I don't know if you can see very well, but there is blue film on the windows, on the side windows, and that is to protect them while they're outside from the from cracking and allowing moisture in, which obviously I spoke about the first officer's window, which is totally ruined, unfortunately, just from moisture getting in. And I don't know whether I spoke about this in a previous video, but you can see up the top all the cracks that have just allowed moisture in, which is annoying because it's going to probably cost a fortune to replace this window, but I'm sure I can get something sorted. So that's the main thing that's really happened since I last came here. Like I said, I have an engineer friend who's just been coming down and doing work mainly on the exterior of the aeroplane, just making sure it's all looking good and that there's no corrosion or anything. Not that there really would be. These things are built to last and withstand weather, but I do really want to get it inside at some point, but at the moment I can't realistically afford to put it inside because the folks here that I have it stored with, they're really nice, but it's going to cost a bit to actually get it put inside, which is, it's a bit annoying, but I understand obviously, because their buildings are, they've got one over there as well, their buildings are active, used for active aeroplanes and things, and there's demand, and obviously this would be permanent, this isn't going to move, so they want to charge a fair bit, which is fair enough, I understand that entirely. So just on to a couple of things. So what I'm going to be doing is, I have quite a few spare panels at home. I have both of these spares. I've got a bit of a cold. I've also got a few spare INS systems as well. I think I've got one or two, I can't remember. And I've got a load of gauges and things. And I've been speaking to a few people who are going to help me connect these up to the computer and get them working. And slowly I want to start taking bits and pieces out of the flight deck here, take them home and connect them up to the computer. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one out at a time. So for example, I'll take out this engine instrumentation panel one day, take that home, get it working, whether it takes a few weeks or not, come back and put it back in here, then take the next piece, take it out, and so on. Just because I don't want to gut the flight deck, preferably, because it really irritates me when there's missing bits and pieces. On to missing pieces, it's still very much the same since I was last here. We've got the two bus tie panels which are missing. We've got the hydraulic system 3 and the first officer's airspeed indicator, RDMI and artificial horizon, which are all missing. So it's not actually much that's actually missing from this flight deck anymore in terms of instrumentation. Obviously seats, I said last time that we've got this replica in here. I'm going to get another one because some of my friends managed to show me some seats, but they were extortionate for the price of 3 seats. I think they were asking £5,000, something like that, for these seats, and I can't afford that. I mean, the cockpit itself cost me £7,000, and the seats would basically cost more than half of what the cockpit did, by 1,500 quid. So I can't part with that sort of money at the moment, and to be quite honest, I don't have that sort of money lying around at the minute just to go and spend on a leisure activity, even though this is my absolute passion, and it's something that I want to, as I've explained before, it's something I want to open up as a business, but at the minute, with how the economy is as well globally, it's not the right time to be spending that kind of money on seats and bits and pieces. But yeah, I mean, it's still very clean in here. I mean, it's gotten a bit dusty again because I haven't really been down here very much, and there are some spider webs again, but it's not looking bad. I think the next thing that I want to do is to get it put inside, so it's sheltered and somewhere that I can keep it permanently and run as a business. And onto that, I want to have the cockpit in a sort of open hangar, with space for other simulators, because eventually I want to buy more flight decks, real flight decks, like this, not a 747, or perhaps a 747-400, but not of the same type. So I wouldn't have 2 747-200s, or but I've been looking into a few places, but I want to have a big open sort of hangar space, and then a reception area and some offices and things like that, because I want to run it as a legitimate business. I've already been having a lot of interest from people, but it's just finding investors, because this is something I can't do on my own, because it's going to cost so much money to set up. But I'll get there eventually, whether it takes 2 or 3 years to actually achieve. Yeah, I'm really happy with everything. Everything stayed in really nice condition, and it started to get that smell in here of, don't know how many would know, but when you actually walk into a flight deck, it has a very unique smell. It smells like you can instantly tell it's just a sort of aeroplane smell, and it smells really, really nice. I think that's because I've cleaned it, and there's a door that's always shut, and also because it's the summer and it's the spring really, but it's been quite hot in the UK, and everything sort of heats up in here, and the smell of the cockpit sort of comes to life. But my next main project for doing actual work in this is I'm going to come here with my engineer friend, and we're going to remove the entire center console, so the pedestal and the throttle quadrant we're going to completely remove. We're going to take it back to mine, and we're going to hook it up with potentiometers and bits and pieces like that, and then those who have offered to help me convert these panels into simulator compatible parts, we'll set that all up, and then hopefully I'll be able to have it at home working, connected up to the simulator. So that's the next main project for now. But I'm not going to remove anything on my own, because knowing me, I'll lose screws and bits and pieces like that. But yeah. But you have to excuse me, I'm keeping my voice down just because there are people working outside. But yeah, so it's just a small update, and I hope to see you all very soon. Bye bye.